name is Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. We are going to talk about actually a book haul, and it's probably going to be one of the two. This is everything I have collected since summer up to now. We may have a couple repeats, but I do not know. That's how long it's been. And with that, we'll get started. Continuing with our Cat Cafe series, we have Cake Off at the Cat Cafe by Rachel Rollins. We are following Clam, a baker who is in charge of creating the most delicious cappuccinos. And she doesn't quite know where to fit in, and her aunt Sylvia kind of enters her into a competition where she meets Lucas, the owner of Muddy Paws Cafe, accompanied by his faithful golden retriever, Virginia. So we're gonna probably find them falling in love. One that I think I hauled before, but I'm not quite sure, is the Baby Dragon Cafe by A.T. Quinisti. I'm probably mispronouncing that. And we're following Sapphira as she opens a cafe for customers with pet baby dragons, and isn't exactly expecting the hardship that comes with trying to keep the dragons from catching the building on fire. So then a local heartthrob, Aiden, is a gardener and he had a disobedient baby dragon. So we're gonna follow their love story and this. And in the same series, same world, Baby Dragon Bakery, and we are following Lavinia. Had it all, a loving family, complete with a adorable pet baby dragon. This place here, at a place in a university training to be a magical animal vet, and having a part-time job at the Baby Dragon Cafe. And she meets a local Theo, well, it's her best friend, baker and best friend. On paper, they are perfect, funny, and witty. He's sweet, and she's a little salty. That's why they've been friends forever. But can they come a little bit more? Can they be something more? We'll find out. Some more journals for my reading journal. I'm starting to run out of room, so we have this one, which looks like my current reading journal but smaller, and we have this one. So I can't wait to open these, but to be honest, I have a lot of reading journals, so I don't know when I'm going to be opening these. Cannot find it, but I know I have it. It's the fourth installment of By Family, and when we're following the headmistress of the academy and his background story in the war and how he fell in love but chose something else instead, and he kind of regrets it. So I have a love for Elvis Presley. I always have, and probably always will. But I saw this and I knew I had to pick it up. It's Softly As I Leave You, Life After Elvis by Priscilla Presley, co-written by Mary Jane Wall. And we are obviously following Priscilla in her marriage to Elvis and after Elvis. She married Elvis extremely young, was it 14, and he was in his 20s, so that's practically illegal. I don't know how that would happen in today's world, but I don't want to think badly about Elvis, so this obviously might have been an arranged deal, who knows. I am looking forward to reading this and finding out a lot that I didn't know. Parents Weekend by Alex Finley. I've read a few, I believe, of this author before. This takes place in North Carolina. We have like a getaway for college kids, and they end up missing, and the police are looking into their background as well as their parents to figure out why they got missing or disappeared. So what sin did the parents have that caused their children to disappear? We had Richard Osmond as possible. Fortunately, we are following Elizabeth as she grieves her husband in his death. We meet Nick as he's a wedding guest that goes missing, and Elizabeth and Joyce are on the case along with her, Joyce's daughter, Joanne. So we are following them on this newest adventure. It is witchy season and Halloween season, so I was looking at some Halloween books, and now I'm kind of questioning myself on that. An Ancient Witch Guide to Modern Dating. I think I only picked it up because I saw the cap. Celia Edwards. Now, we'll meet Thorn Scarheart, a 39-year-old witch who's having trouble landing a husband in the 17th century despite having local matchmakers and an arsenal of love potions. So that is making me having the heebie-jeebies already because I don't like that. One of the potions backfires and she's hurled more than 300 years into the future. Oh shit. That might be interesting. Into a city where her cottage has turned to be a local historical museum. I have Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood, and we are following Andromeda as she wants to be the perfect witch and likes to keep everyone happy. Anne has covenant ties to guiding orphan teenager witches through the process of blossoming their powers. Anne is excited to prove herself, but her cottage is ransacked and the house isn't quite a station of her dream. She and Mauve, a headstrong teen, couldn't even be more different. Magical inclusion. We are following Sarah Swan, the most powerful witch in Britain, as she resurrected her Aunt Jasmine from the recently dead. Okay. And as she's doing that, she enters Luke Larson, a handsome, icy, magical historian who arrives to the dark autumn evening just to know how to unlock spells and secrets. Luke has absolutely no interest in getting involved in the goings of the inn and the running of the inn. Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Sturch. I honestly have never read the first one, so we're gonna see if I can pronounce any of this. I can't pronounce the name. Is it Turlu Pertina? I'm butchering it. I know. Somebody please correct me. Broke the law because she was lonely. She cast a spell and magically entered a spider plant. As punishment, she's been turned into a wooden statue tucked away from the alcove or north reading room of the Great Library of Ashland. This would be the end of her story, except one day she awakes the cold winter in a nearly deserted land full of hundreds of magical greenhouses. She is starving and freezing, and the only other human on the island is a grumpy gardener. So, as I hit myself with the book twice, that is weird. Very weird. Yeah. Will we be reading it? Hopefully soon after I read the first one. The Gingerbread Bakery by Rory Gilmore. We are following Anne and her beloved gingerbread bakery. Should have been a love life matched her. Should her love life match her business? Yes, probably. But instead she is locked in a battle with Max Sullivan, who wants anything to get the girl of the dreams with her. But she is being stubborn. So we're gonna follow their love story, and I think it's more enemies to lovers than anything. Because right now, I'm currently reading this, and Anne is having a field day. In Latte at Pumpkin Hollow by Victoria Waters, Will O'Connor has one shot to save her family farm, which is the first ever pumpkin patch in that area. Enter Derek Henderson, hotshot property consultant, with a clipboard of reason for her to convince her to sell. What is gonna happen? They're gonna probably fall in love. God, it has to have it happen. Has to happen. I have a couple series next. Krista Davis, The Murdered Most Howled, and we are following Holly Miller as she delights in that her grandmother has finally left the Sugar Maple Inn on a vacation, which means Holly is in charge and she's running the inn and might be more challenging than she realized. Trouble is unleashed as the night game begins and the storm blows in and the lights go out. Even worse, following the morning, Holly, Jack Russell Terrier, Trixie discovers a body. So that's that one. The next one is Mission Impossible, and we are following Holly and her grandmother Oma as they are working their tails off to prepare the inn for the upcoming making event for pet owners. While Holly has no interest in pairing up, Oma is playing Cupid. Holly meets, unfortunately, one man Holly meets is cold and dead and, it's cold, dead, cold, as a personal letter from Oma's pocket. What is Oma up to? Seriously. A book series, as we are the cat of the basketballs. Sherlock Holmes Bookshop Mystery by Vicky DeLay. We are following a leisurely stage movie star, Sir Nigel Belhan, arrives at Cape Cod, and the production of The Hounds of Baskerville begins the West London Theatre Festival. Some of the cast and the directors visit the shop, and Gemma realizes that Sir Nile is not suited for the role. He's long past his time and old and just not good. Before the play opens, Leslie Wilson's mother of Gemma's best friend Jane urges for fundraising afternoon tea to be catered in the tea room. The tea is a huge success, but Sir Nigel goes missing. And Scarlet. So, walking her dog Violet one night, Gemma Doyle, owner of the Sherlock Holmes bookshop, it acts quickly when she smells smoke. Unfortunately, no one's inside, but it's too late to save the museum's priceless collection of furniture and historical facts. Let's see. To rebuild great uncle Arthur Doyle, no relation to the author, offers to sign a first edition of the Valley Fair. Gimmick's best friend, Jane Walton. So the files go into Miss Hutchins' tea room owned by Jane Wilson. I don't know. There is a foot. 6th of January, Sherlock Holmes' birthday, which I had no idea that was Sherlock Holmes' birthday. I thought, oh, I'm thinking of the author. The author of the original Sherlock Holmes is actually in May. Luckily for Gemma Doyle, January is also the slow time of the year. A good time for Gemma and her friends to travel to England for the Sherlock Holmes convention. For Gemma, the trip provides opportunity to visit her parents. When an offer arrives from Ryan Ashbourne wants to spend time, I'm clearly sleep deprived right now. Gemma's father, Henry, recognized his brother-in-law who had disappeared from 30 years ago. So that might be interesting. Another series, but these are Agatha Christie inspired, so I just had to have them, but I was not expecting my husband to get them anytime soon, and he did. So with that, Mayhem at the Orient Express, the initial book of Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express sets in mouth watering. Orient Express on the island new Chinese restaurant. Their meal is spoiled when the restaurant owner, Peter Chan, had a bad fortune of getting murdered. So now we have an Agatha Christie murder to solve. The Tale of the Two Biddies, which is a play on words for the Tale of Two Cities. We are following B. Cartwright's business as it's blooming, but the guests storm into a B&B for a celebration, and then something happens. And it's Halloween season, that's probably why I wanted to pick this up so quickly. Legend of Sleepy Hollow. For Halloween, the literary ladies have chosen to read Washington Irving's spooky classic, Sleepy Hollow. But the South Best Island has its own headless legend. A bootlegger by the name of Charlie Sleepy Harlow. Harlow appears once a year in search for his noggin. This October, Eckhart Ghost Center group claims to have footage of Harlow's ghost. But when the leader turns up dead, Kate becomes a prime suspect. I drop it. And there were nuns. B&B owner B. Cartwright is taking on the responsibility of taking meals to 10 visiting nuns at the retreat at the water's edge for spiritual renewal. The nuns are found at the water's edge. Oh boy. Since B had the trust of the sisters, the local sheriff asked her and the other ladies to interview each of them, expecting a confession and asking for a miracle, but B hopes she can find the killer before another one loses their life. I believe that is 24 books. And with that, I will see you in the next one.